person needs relevance. Each and every person, they need to find a way on how they can become relevant in life, on how they can become relevant in destiny. We live in a very competitive world where everybody wants to become better than you, where everybody wants to do better than you, where everybody wants to become big, everybody wants to make it in one way or the other. This is the reason why we should always try by all means to to make things work out. We should try by all means to push for certain things and become the people of value, because value, it is what makes you to excel in destiny, because value, it is what makes you to become a better person, because value, it is something that is going to pave the way for you in one way or the other. So meaning, if you're not valuable, or if you don't have value upon your life, chances are that you might end up becoming a local champion in destiny. But if you're somebody that has got value, if you're somebody that is valuable in every area of your life and in everything that you do, meaning chances of you making it in certain areas or doing exploits in certain areas, they are quite high. So what we should always long for, or what we should always seek for, it is value and relevance in certain areas of life. So relevance, it's very, very, very much cardinal. So now the topic, it is how to become valuable in life. So now when we talk about how to become valuable, we're talking about how to become a person of value in life, because when you become a person of value, you become a person of influence. And when you become a person of influence, wherever you go, you make things work out. In everything that you do, you make things work out. So things, they work out for your good. Things, they work out for the good of those people that are following you. But value, it is not something that you build overnight. Value, it is something that you work on. Value, it is something that is supposed to be, earned. It's not something that just happens, but it's something that it should, should be earned in one way or the other. So this is the reason why we should always try by all means to find a way on how we can become people of value, to find a way on how we can become people of impact, how we can become people of influence in one way or the other. So now, there are certain things that we should do, or certain things that we should consider, certain things that we should look out for if we must be valuable. So the first thing that we should consider is that you need to know the reason why you are existing, or you need to know the reason why you are here on the face of the earth. We've got quite a number of people that do not know the reason of their existence, or the reason why they are where they are today. So when you know the purpose or the reason for your existence, it becomes very easy for you to become valuable in life. People that make it in life are people that know the reason why they were created and the reason why they are here on the planet Earth. If you don't know the reason why you are here, meaning even people following you, it is going to be something that is going to be very hard, something that is going to be very, very, very difficult. Now, here's the thing. Self-discovery, it is the key. Knowing the reason why you were born. What is your purpose? Remember, the purpose of your neighbor, it cannot be your purpose. The purpose of your mentors, the purpose of people that imitate you, or the people that you imitate, it can never be your purpose. Purpose, they are different. We should be purpose-driven individuals. If we're not purpose-driven individuals, chances are very slim that we can get there. Chances are very slim that we can succeed in certain areas. So become a purpose-driven kind of a person. Know the reason why you were born on the face of the earth. Why were you born? Why are you pursuing for the things that you are pursuing for? Why are you pushing for the things that you are pushing for? Begin to discover who you are. Begin to discover the reason why you were born. Apart from that, once you get to discover yourself, you also need to understand that you need to understand your vision. Understanding your vision, it's very, very important. Upon self-discovery, you've got a vision. There's something that you want to push for. There is something that you want to become. There is a place where you want to go. There is a place where you feel that God is taking you, where you feel that God is going to take you. But the question that I have for you is that are you working towards reaching that place where you want God to take you? Are you working towards that place where you feel that you're going to be in the next few years? So you're supposed to be a vision carrier. I always tell people to say the word vision on its own, it has got a lot of meanings behind it, and it has got a lot of meanings to add to it. So the word vision, it has got 6 letters there, and the first letter, it is V. Already it tells you to say each and every vision, in order for it to be accomplished, it needs a voice. So the V, it stands for a voice. What is that voice that is speaking towards your vision? What is that voice that is speaking towards the vision that you have in your head, the vision that you have in your mind, the vision that you have, the things that you've always seen, the things that you have always wanted to become? What voice is backing those things? Remember, there are two kind of voices that can speak. There is the voice of the devil, your own voice, and the voice of God. What voice are you hearkening unto? What voice are you listening to? The voice of the enemy is obvious. It always speaks something that is negative and contrary to what you're supposed to do, to what you're supposed to pursue for. So always trust in your instincts, always depend on the voice of God if you must strive in that vision. The second letter that we have there, it is an I, which is a representation of inspiration. Where are you drawing your inspiration in that vision? So meaning you're supposed to, your vision is supposed to inspire you even before it inspires another person out there. Is it inspiring you, or maybe it is expiring you in one way or the other? So it has to inspire you before it inspires a brother, before it inspires a sister out there. Do you get motivated each time that you read about this vision? Do you get motivated each time that you begin to think about this vision? Because if it does not motivate you, it is not going to be impactful. It is not going to have, that power. It is not going to have that authority to change a life of an individual. So it's supposed to inspire you in one way or the other. Apart from that, we've got an S there after an I, which is for solution. Is it solving people's problems, or maybe it is just for your personal benefit? Listen, whatever that does not solve other people's problems out there, it can never make you become impactful. It can never make you become great, simply because we are made to be impactful. We are created to be a blessing to others. We are created to live a life of being a blessing to certain individuals out there. So you find that if your vision, it is not bringing any kind of solution to people, then it is as good as nothing. So try by all means to make your vision that you have to be impactful and to be a blessing to somebody out there. What sort of a blessing is it giving to people out there? What sort of solutions is it giving to people out there? Make sure that whatsoever that is in your head there, whatsoever that you picture yourself to become, it is giving solutions out there. You picture yourself to be a president one of these days. Do you want to be a president just because you want to have money? Do you want to be a president just because you feel like that position is sweet, or just that position is better, it's good, it's nice? All those things. What are the motives towards what you want to pursue for? Because if you want to become a president, it must be in your head to say there are people that are going to be looking up to you, and you must solve their solutions. If you want to be a musician, do you have people in your mind that you're going to help when you make it to the top, when you become better, when you become the person that you've always wanted to be? So always make sure that your vision, it has a certain kind of solution to each and every person's to certain people's problems, not to each and every person, of course, because you can't please everybody at the end of the day. But at least there are certain individuals that must be able to do what, to benefit out of your vision. If people, they are not benefiting out of your vision, they are not benefiting concerning whatsoever that you are doing, then it is not being impactful in one way or the other. Apart from your vision to become a solution to people's problems, you also need to understand to say there is an I after an S there. And an I, it's a representation of an imitate. Each and every vision is supposed to have an imitate, somebody that you are looking up to, somebody that you follow, somebody that inspires you, somebody that just makes your life easy, somebody that when you look up to them you feel like, wow, I can make it in life. I was tell people to say, each and every career it's supposed to have a role model. Each and every career it's supposed to have people that gets to people that gets to look up to others just in that career. What I mean is this: for example, you want to become a doctor. Do you know any doctor that inspires you? For example, you want to become a musician. Do you have any musician that inspires you, that you want to become like? Just in case maybe you are a preacher, you're a minister of the gospel, do you have any other minister of the gospel that influences you, that gives you that vibe, that gives you that energy to say, okay, I can become big someday? So it's very important. It's supposed to have an imitate, because you can't do this life alone. You can only fly on other people's feathers when you're starting. So meaning starting from the scratch all alone, minus having somebody that inspires you, minus having somebody that motivates you, it's going to be very hectic. So look for somebody that inspires you, somebody that you feel that, okay, this one, I can look up to them, I can learn something from them, and they can teach me something, how I can become the person that I want to be. So apart from you having an imitate, it's very important that you should know to say each and every vision, it has got some obstacle. So they all, it's a representation of some obstacle there, to say you are going to experience some obstacles. Some obstacles can be criticism, some obstacles can be negative vibe, persecutions, and so on. A lot of things are going to come on your way. A lot of things are going to try to distract you in one way or the other. But the question that I have for you is that, are you going to quit simply because there are some obstacles, or simply because there are some opponents that are trying to weigh you down in one way or the other? Because I'll give you a practical example. Right about now, if you want to go to the state house of your country, you're going to find some soldiers or policemen, commandos that are going to stop you in order for you to get into the state house. But right now, if you wanted to go to a garbage area or to a garbage site, there is nobody that is going to stop you. In fact, the garbage site does not have a security. There is nobody that is going to stop you to go to the garbage site. What I'm trying to say is very simple. When you're heading towards destiny, you're going to have a number of people that are going to distract you, a number of people that are going to try to obstruct you or to stop you in one way or the other. But what is the most important thing? It is for you to keep on placing on, and for you to do what, to keep on pushing in one way or the other. So you're going to experience some oppositions, some obstructions as you are trying to get there, but stick to your goals. Know the fact that it's a vision, and at some point it's going to be distracted, and at some point things are not going to work out. So apart from that, we've got an N, which is a representation of nurturing each and every flower or plant. In order for it to grow, it's supposed to be nurtured. It's supposed to be nurtured in one way or the other. Now, the question that I have for your vision is that, are you finding ways on how you can nurture that vision? Because if it is nurtured, if it is not nurtured, it will not grow. What is it that you're doing about it? What is it that you're doing? You need to nurture it. Yes, knowing to say you've got a vision, it is not enough. You're supposed to nurture it. You're supposed to water it. You're supposed to try to find ways on how it can be nurtured, so that it becomes, clear, so that it begins to grow in one or the other. Growth does not happen overnight. So as you nurture it, always know the fact that it is not just going to grow just overnight or within a blink of an eye. No, it is going to grow in the process of time. So time is the one that is going to allow it to grow in one way or the other. Then apart from that, I also want us to note the third point, which is knowing your abilities or your natural abilities. So which are the skills, the talents. So it's not just about having the vision, but it's also about knowing the fact that you've got some abilities inside of you that you're supposed to try by all means to work on, that you're supposed to try by all means to focus on. Each and every person in this life has got some abilities, some abilities. Every person has these abilities, and each and every person is supposed to try by all means to work on these abilities that they have, because it is your abilities that makes you to become the person that you are supposed to be. So work on your abilities, your talents, your natural skills, things that you do that when you do them, you don't have that stress after doing them or when you're doing them. Apart from that, I also want to touch on the area of discipline, which is very cardinal. We're talking about ways on how to become valuable in life. So discipline, very cardinal. When you master the art of discipline, it becomes easy even for you to flourish. It becomes easy even for you to succeed. So become deliberately disciplined about certain things in life. Be disciplined. Know where to go, know where not to go, know whom to talk to, and know whom not to talk to. It's very important. It's very much cardinal, because if you're not disciplined, a lot of things you are going to see them to be very hard. Not only that, and you see life as if it is not fair, and in the actual sense it is fair. So you must just be deliberately disciplined about certain things and about certain moves that you make. Be disciplined in your relationship, be disciplined in your career, be disciplined in your education, be disciplined in your business, be disciplined in your expenses, be disciplined in just most of the areas to do with life, because discipline, it is the key. Discipline, it helps you to become the person that you are supposed to be at the end of the day. So I'm encouraging us to be people that are going to be disciplined in order for us to become valuable. So when we talk about discipline, it is something that you do deliberately. There are a few individuals that have it. You not to say, okay, in my capacity, I can be able to do this, but you just tell yourself to say, no, I'm not going to do it for the sake of tomorrow. I'm not going to do it for the sake of those that are looking up to me. I'm not going to do it for the sake of certain things that I feel that I'm supposed to achieve, for the sake of certain things that I need to push for, that I need to pursue for the sake of the legacy that I want to leave, not for the sake of the legacy only, but for the sake of the destiny that I carry, for the sake of a lot of things. So a lot of things they can be put into consideration when you talk about discipline. So there should always be something that tells you to say, this I'm not supposed to do, and this I am supposed to do. It's very important. Beside that, I want us to talk about the last point, which is quality time. So it is not just about discipline. You need to create time for yourself. Have some quality time. Don't be in the midst of a lot of voices to say, but always create quality time for yourself. I normally tell people to say, in the midst of many voices, it's very tough in order for one to hear the voice of God. This is the reason why we should always try by all means to create time for ourselves. Create time for yourself. Create time for yourself in everything that you do. This is the reason why it's very important, even just when you wake up, at least you get to sit down, meditate, reflect, think about your future, think about where you're heading to. It's not just about waking up and you grab your phone and you begin to place, you go on Facebook, on YouTube, whatever. No, but it's about creating time for yourself. Have some personal time. Create time alone. Create time alone. It's very much valid. It's very much essential. Create time alone. As you create time alone, analyze, reflect, think about your future, think about where you're going to be in the next few years, think about how your generation is going to be saved, think about how you're going to become valuable, just as we're talking about how to become valuable in life. It's very, very cardinal. So these are some of the things that we're supposed to consider. Remember, it is the little things that really matter. That's the reason why certain individuals they are not making progress. That's the reason why certain individuals they cannot succeed. That's the reason why certain individuals they are not getting to where they are supposed to be, simply because they trivialize the little things that really matter. But I know that you and I, we are not going to trivialize these little things that really matter. So in summary, how to become valuable, you need to know the reason why you are born. Not only that, you need to know the vision. After knowing your vision, you need to know your natural abilities. After that, you need to know to say you're supposed to be self-disciplined. Apart from being self-disciplined, you need to understand the fact that you're supposed to create quality time in everything that you do. So this has been your brother Felix Echinkata, just sharing with you some of the things that we can do in order for us to become valuable in everything that we do and in every sphere of life. So it's important that we understand and we learn these things. We are going to be helped in one way or the other to become. So we keep pressing on because God is on our side and God is with us. So the next time that I'm going to be live, I'll be sharing with you something that is cardinal concerning purpose. I'll be sharing with you something that I feel that we should learn, something that I feel that each and every one of us we're supposed to consider. So the next time that we are meeting, we are learning something that is different, something that is profound, something that is going to help us actually to become the people that we are supposed to be. So if there is any question towards what we've discussed today, please you can send that question, you can communicate so that we see how it goes and how we can actually help one another to become the people that God wants. We stand, and divided we do what? We fall. So we're supposed to work. We're supposed to work as a team. We're supposed to work as brothers and sisters. You can't do this life alone. This is the reason why the Bible says two are better than one. Already tells you to say two people, there's much that they can achieve and there's a lot that they can achieve, but one person, they cannot do it on their own. So I believe with the little things that I have shared and with the little things that you've learned today, we're going to see a transformation. Thank you very much.